I remember when I was about 5 years old that my mother would listen to a lot of classical music in the house, and I loved it, and I would try to imitate those singers. And she would come home and listen to me singing and go, this is not normal. Like, she can hit those really high notes, and she took me to voice lessons. The teacher told her, yeah, she can sing, and I started singing classical music at a very early age. So that's I think my earliest memory of music.
Little sorrow, little pain, when you gonna go away? 'Cause I've been holding away too long. Don't think my hands are built that strong. In silence, I wait. You keep on knocking at my door. Oh, one of these days, someone's gonna wake me up. I'm gonna hold on to it, yeah. Oh, one of these days, no more will I be swept up by the current. No, no, oh no.
Okay, so you're born in Guatemala.
Yes.
So when you write your songs, are you writing, I mean, you sing in both Spanish and English.
Yeah.
Are you translating while you're writing? Like, what's your process?
When I'm writing nowadays, I try not to do any translations. There's only one time that I've done it, and it's on my latest album. Usually, I just, when I'm writing a song, I'll just be strumming my guitar, and then usually what happens is I'll be humming a melody, and then either be in Spanish or in English.
Huh.
A word, a phrase, this will be in English, and then I'll just start writing in English.
Naturally, singing with your band feels incredible.
Yes.
What about performing by yourself? Is it different? Like, do you feel different when you're performing by yourself?
It can be scarier. I can try anything I want.
Yeah.
I actually do perform a lot by myself. It's fun. It's great. I love that aspect of it, that I can be more free.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one moment where I go like, oh, let me try this, this different chord, and let me try, something that I can't get away with if I'm with a band.
So do you get to do anything outside of performing?
Yeah, sometimes. No.
So busy.
When I'm at home, I get to have a pretty normal life.
Does LA feel like home?
Yeah, I think so. I've been here now 16 years, so.
When you're at home and you're sitting down to write, is it important to you to be surrounded by things that feel special or that have a meaning for you?
I love old things. So I have like an old record player. I have, like the old vintage cameras, and of course, pictures of my family. I've changed it up, but I love to have, anything that reminds me of home.
So is there a spot in your home that you sit to make music?
Actually, it's like right here in the living room. I just, I'll have my guitar and I'll be sitting down, and I'll make sure that I'll have like my books handy for inspiration, my records, and just try to create a nice, vibe here. I'll light up some candles, I'll have my tea, and just make it really cozy.
Your music, does it creep into your personal style?
It has. At one point, I remember listening to a lot of, music from the 1920s specifically. I was really into vintage clothing. Nowadays, I try to combine it. It's
A little bit of vintage, a little bit of modern.
Yeah. I think it changes. For every record too, there's a new concept.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to evolve with it.
Do you think music could save the world?
Absolutely. I mean, it's changing people's lives every single day. These are the times when we need to do it, when we need to make art our biggest ally. We are the ones that are, creating beauty in this world, and with it, also bringing people together. I think it's a very powerful weapon.